Hi everyone, and welcome to Thursday where we do share and review. Today we're going to take a look at Fonterra Shareholder Fund, and it's quite an interesting share. But before we jump across and do that, just a little bit of housekeeping. Remember that this is for educational purposes only. It's certainly not intended for any personalised advice by any stretch of the imagination. It's simply the methodology that I use when I'm looking at investing into the share market. If you want personalised advice, then you do need to jump across to your own your own financial advisor. But hey, if you do want to have a look at what I'm doing, then I do encourage you to jump across and join up. I've got a 30-day free trial where I send out the trading signals every week. Bear in mind, not every week for the New Zealand market that there are trading signals, but I also send out stop loss updates as well. So that's where if the shares have moved up, I move my stop losses as well to ensure that I'm protecting my capital. And obviously, once shares become profitable, then I'm protecting not all of the profit, but a good amount of it as well. So, hey, jump across it. Like I said, it's free days, and I'd love to see what you think. And also, if there is a share that you would like me to review for you, please let me know, and I'm happy to do that as well. So let's take a look. Right up here on the screen, as you can see, I've got Fonterra Shareholder Funds, and it's been quite a strong performer. You can see here, sure, this last week we have come down for the week. That doesn't concern me at all, because if you can see here, the week before we closed at an all-time high, well, certainly for the last 2 years, which is a great sign. So no surprises there that last week it has come off a little bit, because quite often what you see, there is often nervousness. Once shares reach all-time highs, there are people out there who will start taking profit off the table because they want to lock in that profit, and they start getting nervous that they think that there's obviously going to be a top. At some point there will be a top, but for me, the way I like to analyse the shares, I like to allow my stop losses to take me out of the market. So I'm certainly not the type of investor that looks to sell just because a share has reached new all-time highs. In fact, we'll jump across to the 5 years and just sort of validate that. Well, so the all-time high isn't quite its all-time high. That was back around end of February 2021. It had a high point there of $5.14, but it's certainly the highest it's been since we started seeing things fall off again during the second round of COVID. So it's been a very, very strong performer. Let's go back to the 2 years. We'll just put the moving averages on just to get an idea. So I use the 30 exponential. You can see it's trading well above that. And I also use the 15-week as well. And the reason I use the exponential is because it just puts a little bit more weight onto the more recent performance of the shares rather than the earlier periods. So you can see here that yes, it's trading well above those. Those moving averages crossed at around the week of early January this year. And hey, we've had a few lumps and bumps along the way, but the share has generally been trading up, which is a great thing to see. What we are seeing is a little bit of movement away from that moving average. So again, no surprises that the share has perhaps just come off a little bit last week. And like I said, it's nothing to be concerned about. As you can see down the bottom, there's not a lot of volume as well. To me, it's looking like a good share. It is certainly one that I hold in my portfolio. Because I'm quite impressed with it. Let's take those off, and we will also put the comparison on for the main index, the NZSX 50. And again, great signal here. I don't tend to take too much notice as to where it's trading in relation to the main indices, other than it's trading above it, and it's been trading above it for more than the last 5 weeks. In fact, it's moved above it back in March, end of March this year, and then has been trading very, very strongly, which is great. In fact, when I did the analysis earlier or over the weekend on the performance of the top 50 companies on the NZSX 50, there were very, very few that are actually outperforming the main indices, which means that we don't have a general broad participation. There's just a handful of stocks, probably about 8 stocks within our indices that is performing better than the main board. So you do have to, a bit of caution really is probably what I'm trying to say, because not all stocks are driving our market. It is just a handful. So anyway, I will stop it there. Like I say, I hope you're getting some value from this. I'd love it when I get your feedback. And if you are getting value, let me know, because then it helps me to obviously create more of these, and also things that are going to add more value for what you and your share trading. Anything's welcome. Love to hear from you. Thank you.